Next example is addition of sodium hydrogen sulfide. Addition of sodium hydrogen sulfide. When aldehydes are react with sodium hydrogen sulfide to form sodium hydrogen sulfide addition product. And this sodium hydrogen sulfide is also known as sodium bisulfite. Sodium bisulfite. Clear? Next. For example, when acetaldehyde, when acetaldehyde, okay, is on reaction with the sodium hydrogen sulfide. Sodium hydrogen sulfide. The bond between the sodium atom and the HSO3 will be break. Sodium atom will carry positive charge and HSO3 will carry negative charge. This nucleophile will attack on the electropositive carbon atom. Then the electron transfer to the oxygen atom. Okay, and this oxygen atom will carry negative charge. This oxide ion will attract by a sodium ion, that is Na plus, to form a compound that is CH3C single bond H and single bond O Na and SO3H. Clear? This compound will undergo proton transfer. This compound will undergo proton transfer. Proton transfer. Okay. To form an compound known as acetaldehyde, acetaldehyde, sodium bisulfite, sodium bisulfite addition product. Addition product. Clear? See once when acetaldehyde is on reaction with sodium hydrogen sulfate. Okay. Here the nucleophile will attack on the electropositive carbon atom. The electron shift towards the oxygen atom. Then we get a compound which will undergo proton transfer to form an acetaldehyde sodium bisulfate addition product or addition compound. Clear? Next example is when acetone, that is ketone, which is on reaction with the sodium, which is on reaction with sodium hydrogen sulfide, that is sodium bisulfate. The bond will be break. The sodium atom will carry positive charge and HSO3 will carry negative charge. This nucleophile will attack on the electropositive carbon atom. The electron shift towards the oxygen atom, which will give a compound which will undergo which will undergo which will undergo proton transfer, which will undergo proton transfer, proton transfer, okay, to form an acetone sodium bisulfite addition compound. Acetone sodium bisulfite addition compound. This compound is known as acetone sodium bisulfite addition compound. Clear? Next example is addition of alcohols. Aldehydes are react with alcohols to form an acetal and ketones are react with alcohols to form an ketal. Okay, let us see the examples. For example, when acetaldehyde when acetaldehyde is on reaction with the monohydric alcohol is on reaction with the monohydric alcohol, for example methanol. For example methanol, what is meant by monohydric alcohol? The alcohols which containing only one alcohol group. Clear? Next, the bond between the oxygen atom and the hydrogen atom will be break. The oxygen atom will carry negative charge, hydrogen atom will carry positive charge. This methoxide ion attack on the electropositive carbon atom and the electron shift towards the oxygen atom. In the presence of dry HCl, in the presence of dry HCl, we get a alkoxy alcohol known as hemiacetal. We get an alkoxy alcohol which is known as hemiacetal. Hemiacetal. This hemiacetal is on reaction with the methanol. Is on reaction with the methanol. The bond between the oxygen atom and the hydrogen atom will be break. The oxygen atom will carry negative charge and the hydrogen atom will carry positive charge. The methoxide ion attack on the electropositive carbon atom and the bond between the carbon atom and the hydroxyl will be break and the OH will carry negative charge. Okay, OH will carry negative charge and there will be a removal of water molecule and to form an compound known as acetal. To form a compound known as acetal. Compound known as acetal. Next example is when ketones, for example, acetone. When acetone is on reaction with methanol, that is CH3OH, the bond between the oxygen atom and the hydrogen atom will be break. The oxygen atom will carry negative charge and hydrogen atom will carry positive charge. The methoxide ion attack on the electropositive carbon atom. Here, the electron shift towards the oxygen atom. In the presence of dry HCl, in the presence of dry HCl, we get a compound known as hemiketal. We get a compound known as hemiketal. Hemiketal. Hemiketal is react with a methanol, that is monohydric alcohol. Monohydric alcohol. The bond between the oxygen atom and the hydrogen atom will be break here. Oxygen carries negative charge, hydrogen will carries positive charge. This methoxide ion attack on the electropositive carbon atom. The bond between the carbon atom and the hydroxyl group will be break and there will be a removal of water molecule to form a compound known as ketal. Form a compound known as ketal. Clear? Next example is addition of ethylene glycol. Addition of ethylene glycol to the ketones. Next example is addition of ethylene glycol. Ketones react with ethylene glycol to form an ethylene glycol ketas. For example, when acetone when acetone is on react with the ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol Okay, in the presence of in the presence of dry HCl, in the presence of dry HCl, there will be removal of water molecule. There will be a removal of water molecule. There will be a removal of water molecule to form a compound. To form a compound known as ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol ketones. This compound is known as ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol ketone. Ethylene glycol ketone. Clear? Okay, thank you.